Thanks so much for joining us on this Thursday morning. I'm Bill Wadell.
And I'm Kat.
Troopers are still working to track down a driver involved in a high-speed chase that ended in a crash. We brought you the story as breaking news last night at 10 o'clock.
Something interesting to talk about. Some local people in Blacksburg got into grape stomping action. Donald Trump will be the 45th president of the United States. This race being called right around 2:45 this morning.
We've been looking at social media, already hearing from some of the voters out there. Some people actually left disappointed by this debate.
We're here for Virginia Gives Back. We have partnered up with our friends at Q99 to raise funds for victims of Hurricane Matthew.
UBU Gospel Entertainment bought a bunch of toys for kids in need at the Walmart on Valley View Drive. An anonymous donor gave them $5,000.
You feeling it?
I'm feeling it, are you? We have to ask Charlie about the other ones. Hey, we'll be right back, everyone. Stay with us.
We appreciate it. Stick with us. Good Day Virginia's back in 2 minutes. Jason, thank you. The longest indoor shooting range on the East Coast is about to open in Roanoke. Safeside Tactical expanded inside an old warehouse near a busy rail yard on Shenandoah Avenue. I got one of the first tours to see why workers say neighbors outside won't hear what's going on inside.
Guns and self-defense. It's a booming business for Safeside Tactical.
This is not the good old boys club. This is for people who are interested in protecting themselves and their families.
Co-owner Mitchell Tyler gives us an inside look at their $4 million project creating 30 new jobs.
Our walls are 8-inch thick concrete, and then we have a sound isolation wall also that deadens the sound.
There's a 25-yard range, a VIP member lounge, and a full store inside.
We have sold guns with rubber balls. We have sold different beanbag shotgun rounds for people who want to be able to protect themselves but maybe can't make the decision to take another life.
But the gem is deep inside the building.
There are a lot of safety measures in place, from bullet-resistant glass to ballistic rubber on the walls and on all of the ceiling tiles. This will be the longest indoor range on the East Coast. At 101 yards, that's longer than a football field.
It's expected to be a big attraction for law enforcement training and avid gun owners.
And then we can say we want to go out 25 yards and hit enter.
The technology is cutting edge, from recycled tire rubber trapping bullets to ventilation and specially designed walls.
Our biggest neighbor is the Norfolk Southern Rail Yard, and so there's already industrial noise. You won't hear gunshots. Nobody's going to be going down the road and ducking when they hear someone in here shooting.
In our special report this morning, from street corners to sidewalks, shopping plazas, and maybe even your own neighborhood, many of us are seeing more people asking for help.
Police call it panhandling. The people on the street say it's their way of survival. When it comes to police enforcement, only 3 people were cited in Lynchburg in 2015. That's down from 5 in 2013. Danville police say only 4 people have been cited for aggressive panhandling in the past 3 years.
In Roanoke, police were not able to give us the amount of citations issued, but they did say they responded to 86 panhandling cases so far this year.
So the big question, what do people do with that cash? Should you help them out?
We hit the streets with our undercover cameras to see if your generosity is helping or hurting.
Their signs share a story. Down on their luck, no one willing to help. But do you believe them?
If I saw my own grandmother panhandling on the side of the road, I would not stop and give her money. That's how strongly I feel about this.
There's few people with stronger feelings against panhandling than Joy Sylvester Johnson. She's the CEO of the Rescue Mission in Roanoke, a center that offers shelter, addiction programs, and job placement resources.
A lot of times they're buying drugs, they're buying alcohol, they're buying lottery tickets.
Police say panhandling is a nuisance to the community, and oftentimes it's illegal.
Does that ask for anything? But they're telling me now they're going to take me to jail if I do this.
There's no other choice, according to Mary Bond. We found her on the exit ramp off Route 220 to Electric Road in Roanoke. Police officers were called after Bond got into a fight with this man at the corner. She says they were both there asking drivers for cash.
I left an abusive husband and ended up with nowhere to stay. And in the county I come from, it's a little farm town. There's no resources there.
It's been 2 years now. Mary says everything she owns is in these 2 bags. She doesn't have custody of her 4 kids. No one is willing to help.
I want a job, but my ID was stolen when my wallet was stolen. Nobody's going to hire you without an ID or Social Security card. There's not really a lot out here that does scare me anymore. I'm not scared of staying on the streets at night in the dark by myself. I have had friends that have froze to death. I'm not afraid of that. I don't have time to be afraid.
Would you help Mary? Joy Sylvester Johnson says if you really want to help her, don't give her a dime.
You might feel good for the moment because you helped someone by pushing a couple of dollars through your car window, but you may have actually even killed the person you gave the money to.
Sylvester Johnson says any money you give someone on the streets is likely keeping their addiction alive, whether it's drugs or alcohol. We hit the streets with our undercover cameras and 5 trackable $20 gift cards to find out.
Okay. Where can you use it at?
This man spent some money on fast food. He spent the rest on coffee and cigarettes.
Thank you, sir. God bless.
This guy used his gift card at a convenience store in Vinton. $11 for gasoline, the rest on a 4-pack of beer. What about this man?
God bless you, my brother.
He spent $12.76 on a meal at a restaurant, the rest at an ABC store.
I wish you good luck, okay?
We tracked down the receipt, many bottles of whiskey, margarita, vodka, and other spirits.
Okay.
This guy
should be like 20?
blew all the money
Wish you
on
good luck.
3 packs of cigarettes. What about Mary?
I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I'm trying to get a room for the night so I can take a shower and sleep in a bed and something to eat.
She spent most of the money on fast food, the rest at a convenience store that was unable to track down her receipt. Instead of a handout on the street, Joy Sylvester Johnson says people who want to help should donate to groups that help the homeless with shelter and job placement programs. Her message to panhandlers is clear.
Get a job. If you can stand out and panhandle for 8 hours a day, you can probably work in a factory or you can probably work in retail, or get a job, a real job. Become a part of the fabric of this community. Be a good neighbor, be a good citizen, pay your taxes.
Back on Electric Road, Mary Bond admits she's met people taking advantage of generosity from strangers.
There are people out here that have houses and get disability checks, and they're out here to get alcohol money or drug money. The problem is those people mess it up for other people.
But she says it's your generosity that's keeping her alive.
Don't harden your heart to it, because it might be you one day. You know, when I was in high school, my dream was not to stand on the corner holding a piece of cardboard. I never thought I would be here. But, that might be you one day. You never know what's going to happen.